The night was deep, the silence overwhelming. My thoughts were louder than the falling rain. I tried to fight the weight of every feeling, but everything inside me felt like pain. I looked for light in places that were empty. I searched for peace that never seemed to stay, until I felt a presence in my weakness that gently pulled my fears away. Not in thunder, not in lightning, not in answers I could see, but in a quiet, steady whisper, you came and rescued me. You were never left alone in the dark, even when I thought I stood on my own. You were closer than the air I was breathing. You were there all along. You were never left alone in the dark. Every tear was never unseen, and in the middle of my broken silence, you were holding me. I thought my prayers were lost in empty ceilings, like they never made it past the room. But heaven was responding in the waiting, even when I was consumed. Every delay was never your absence, every silence was a deeper love. You were shaping something in the shadows I couldn't rise above. You were working in the unseen moments. You were building what I couldn't plan, and every step I thought was abandonment was your guiding hand. You were never left alone in the dark, even when I thought I stood on my own. You were closer than the air I was breathing. You were there all along. You were never left alone in the dark. Every tear was never unseen, and in the middle of my broken silence, you were holding me. One day I will see the full picture, every shadow turn to light, and all the times I felt forgotten will reveal your perfect design. Until then I will trust your presence, even when I cannot understand. For the God who walks with me in darkness still holds me in his hand. You were never left alone in the dark. You were always guiding me home, and the love that found me in my weakness will never let me go. days my heart feels scattered pieces, like it cannot find its way back home. I try to sing, but only broken echoes are all I seem to know. Still I lift the fragments of my weakness, every tear I never hid from you. And somehow in the middle of my brokenness, your mercy breaks through. You don't require perfect melody, you don't demand a flawless song. You just receive the honest offering of a heart that's barely strong. Even my broken heart can still worship you. Even my trembling voice is enough, for you are not moved by perfection. You are moved by love. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and in your presence I am made new, because the God who sees my weakness still calls me through. I used to think I had to hide my fractures, to stand before you without any shame. But you showed me that my deepest broken places are where you call my name. So I no longer run from what I'm feeling, I bring it all before your throne. Because in every piece I thought was failing, even when I have nothing to give. For the God who loves my broken offering is the reason I live. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and that truth will carry me through night. For the Savior who receives my weakness turns darkness into light. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and now my soul can finally see that even in my broken hallelujah, you are enough for me. Broken, but yours, still yours, always yours. I woke up tired before the day began, like sleep could never fix what's in my soul. Every step felt heavier than yesterday, like I was losing parts I used to hold. I tried to smile, but even that was shaking. I tried to pray, but words just fell apart. And in the middle of my quiet breaking, you found my heart. You didn't ask me to pretend I'm stronger. You didn't ask me to hide what I feel. You met me right inside my deepest weakness and made it real. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you became the strength I didn't have. You lifted every burden I was carrying and gave me all I lacked. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you held me closer than before. And in the middle of my exhaustion, you became my more. I thought that strength meant never falling over, that I had to be enough on my own. But you showed me strength is found in surrender. When I let you take control, and slowly all the pressure started exhaustion. You became my more. One day I'll look back and understand it. Every weakness led me to your hand, and every moment I was barely standing was part of your perfect plan. Until then, I will keep resting in your promise that I will never walk alone. For the God who holds the broken and the weary will lead me home. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you became the strength I didn't have. And now I see your love was never leaving. It only carried me back. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you became my song, my peace, my light. And in your arms I found forever. I'll be alright. You became my strength when I was weak. You carried me when I couldn't speak. The sun slipped quietly beyond the horizon, and evening wrapped the world in gentle blue. Another day of carrying heavy burdens, another day of trying to make it through. My mind was crowded with tomorrow's questions. My heart was tired from fighting every fear. But in the stillness of that sacred moment, I felt your calming presence drawing near. You didn't ask me to have all the answers. You didn't ask me to understand the road. You simply opened wide your arms of mercy and invited me to let go. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus. Every burden, every fear, every care. And somehow The stars appeared like promises above me, tiny reminders that you're always near. And everyone seemed to softly whisper, you never walk alone down here. The problems waiting for me in the morning had not completely disappeared from sight, but they no longer felt so frightening when placed within your endless light. Because the God who guides the oceans and calls the galaxies by name is still the loving shepherd who carries me when I'm afraid. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus. Every burden, every fear, every care. And somehow what once felt so overwhelming became lighter in the shelter of His grace. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus and traded all my striving for His peace, for the one who holds tomorrow in His hands was holding every part of me. One day all my questions will be answered. One day faith will finally become sight. But until then, I'll rest within the promise that your love is guiding every step of life. When I cannot see beyond the shadows, when I don't know what tomorrow brings, I'll trust the heart that gave its life to save me, and the King above all kings. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus and found a peace this world could never give. A quiet confidence within my spirit that teaches weary hearts to live. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus, and there I'll leave them day by day. I carried yesterday into the dawn, like a suitcase filled with silent storms, trying to smile while the weight held on, wearing courage that was tired and worn. The world kept moving without a pause, while questions echoed inside my mind. Then through the stillness, softer than breath, I felt your mercy begin to find me. Not in thunder, not in fire, not in answers I could explain, but in a quiet, holy whisper, calling me gently by my name. I found the place where my heart finally rested, safe in the shadow of your endless grace. No longer running, no longer pretending, held by the kindness shining from your face. When all my strength had almost left me, when every road seemed lost in the night, you became the peace I couldn't discover, the calm that carried me back to the light. There were seasons I mistook for endings, doors that closed and dreams that disappeared. Yet every broken piece I surrendered became a testimony you were here. You walked beside me through hidden valleys, through every fear I never spoke aloud. And while I thought I was slowly falling, you were teaching my soul to trust somehow. Not with power, not with glory, not with treasures of this world, but with love that kept pursuing every corner of my hurt. I found the place where my heart finally rested, safe in the shadow of your endless grace. No longer running, no longer pretending, held by the kindness shining from your face. When all my strength had almost left me, when every road seemed lost in the night, you became the peace I couldn't discover, the calm that carried me back to the light. If tomorrow brings another mountain, if another storm appears ahead, I'll remember how your hands have held me every time my hope was hanging by a thread. Because your faithfulness is not a moment, it's a river that never runs dry, flowing through the deserts of my weakness, teaching weary wings